Hey guys, I'm the Cheese Man, and I'll be your delivery driver today. And today, I wanted to talk about what I say at the end of my videos. I always tell y'all to always tip your delivery driver. And I just wanted to explain why. Because some people don't know why to tip. Even if they do tip, they don't know why. It's just become so part of, especially in America, part of the culture of getting pizza or food delivered. That's mainly because of extreme amounts of vehicle maintenance. Because without vehicles, delivery drivers can't deliver your food. And who wants that, right? So, we have, excessive amounts of oil changes, more frequently than you would just with a regular job. And there's more often a brake change than regular driving, and there's more often tires purchased. You're constantly having to get more tires due to wear and tear on your vehicle. The constant stop and go traffic, the on and off with the car, just everything plays into it. So, we reach 3,000 miles or whatever your vehicle requires per oil change a lot sooner than someone who's just going to and from work and running the occasional errand. And some people think, oh, well, that's not my problem. Well, if you want your food delivered, we have to have a working vehicle. So, it is part of how you're going to get your food. Also, it's just the right thing to do. Some of us would love to be able to make a living, and some of us, that's what we have to do. You have to get, if you want your pizza delivered, we have to be able to do it, which means we have to have a way to do so. Either way, we also have to pay for gas, and that's part of it. We do come out of our own pockets on some of these things, but that tip really helps. Gas is cheaper than it used to be, but it's still not free, unfortunately. So we do appreciate the help from tips on getting that. And we're providing a great service, most of us. And, most of us, again, also deliver in all sorts of weather. Is it snowing outside? Is that why you got your pizza delivered? You didn't want to go out there? Well, pay us a tip as a convenience, as a thank you. Is it raining outside? Is that why you didn't go up to get your pizza? That's fine. Tip the driver who did. If you, for whatever reason, we get rained on, we get snowed on, we get, just everything. Most of us at most stores across the world deliver in all sorts of weather. So just think of that when you decide, I'm not going to tip. Or when you decide that you're going to tip, or what have you. And the delivery fee, when applicable, is most of the time not a tip. I can't tell you about how all the stores work and all the pizza places work, but I can tell you that what I know and the other places I know of, the delivery fee is not a tip. And some people don't know that. Some people actually believe, because the GM of the store or another employee of the store or someone somewhere in their life misinformed them, maliciously or not. And so people think it's a tip, and it's not. What the delivery fee usually covers is, it goes to the store, whoever owns the store, whatever, and that covers insurance. Not for the driver, but for if the driver damages anything. Such as if I drive up recklessly into your driveway and you've got a stone statue and I knock that statue over. And I go there the next night and I do the same thing. Well, I've damaged that statue. well, of course, you're going to be upset, and rightfully so. And you're going to contact the pizza place and say, hey, look, your driver damaged my statue. I just want to be reimbursed for it. Well, stores would go bankrupt if they didn't have a financial means to cover that. So the delivery fee is imposed for that purpose. Most of the time, I can't speak for all places, but I've worked in a number of pizza places, and that's usually what it is. Another reason to tip is it's just like when you go to a restaurant and you tip the waiter or waitress. In some places, not the place I work for, but in some places, the drivers aren't paid a whole minimum wage. It's like with waitresses and waiters, it's a partial wage, and tips are supposed to make up for the rest of it. And, you know, legally, if they don't, the store has to pay for it. But, you know, it's just polite to tip, because that might be the case. They might not be making full minimum wage. And not all places, even though they're paying that low amount, will make up for it, because they want to do illegal things. And for whatever reason, people aren't reporting that, you know, into the legal system. So, you know, for whatever reason, whatever reason you think you should tip, especially if it's any of the things I've just listed, do it. It's the right thing. I guarantee you it's going to be appreciated. It'll help that driver get on with his or her day. And, you know, it's just, you know, it keeps things flowing. You know, cars can keep moving. Your food can keep getting to you. It's just all around great. Now, if the driver provided us terrible service, they were rude, they gave you the wrong food or whatever, okay. If you feel like that's excuse enough not to tip, then so be it. But if that driver came to you with a polite attitude, a smile on his face, you know, just everything was as it should have been, then tip. Even if you're 2 blocks from the store, the driver still has to crank their car up and still put wear and tear on their car. And it also helps to make up for those who don't tip. And no, it shouldn't be your responsibility to make up for people who decide not to tip. But again, it comes back to keeping things moving smoothly. And I wanted to share a story that a friend told me, who, you know, I currently work with. And he gave me permission for this story. And it goes to show what happens when you don't tip and you're doing illegal things. Because we can't really say anything to you for not tipping, but we can do things in other means. Years ago, my friend went to a place in a bad neighborhood, and from the door, like, it wasn't even trying to be hidden. From the door, he could see on a kitchen table, I can't remember how much he said it was, about 5 pounds of an illegal substance. And not only did the dude not tip, but he demanded all his change back. And as a customer, that's his right. But he wasn't going to tip, so my friend decided, hey, that's alright, don't tip. He got in his car, got down the street, and made an anonymous call to the police. He doesn't know what happened after that, because there's not really a way to follow up with it. It was anonymous. And he's not going to go to the door, hey, did the police show up? I called him, you know. But either way, especially if you're going to have something illegal sitting out in plain view, we have your address, we have your phone number. If you're not going to tip, we're going to make things tough for you. Also, when you tip, we're more inclined to give you the freebies, such as the plates or the napkins or the cups or the cheese packets or whatever, and we're happier to do it. You know, so just be careful when you decide not to tip, because we keep that stuff on mind. Anyway, so I've gone on about this long enough. If you have any questions about being a delivery driver and would love to have them answered, I'd love to answer them. So put them in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to see more quality content like this, hit that subscribe button. And share this video with all your friends and family. Let them know I'm telling them like it is. As I said, always tip your delivery driver. Bye.